Soundstripe. Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
I'm Aaron.
Hello, Brad.
This is called Strange Realms. It's a podcast / channel where we talk about UFOs, paranormal, secret societies, spirituality, pretty much anything under the sun that's not, a mainstream topic. We're going to talk about mythology. Me and him are both pretty avid gamers. There's a lot of I guess you would call fantasy-based lore in a lot of games. It goes super in-depth. It gets real philosophical. We'll talk about that. Just a lot of different topics. For me personally, I got into this stuff. UFOs was my first one. That's really what got me into the, I guess, more rabbit hole fringe type stuff. And then once I went into that, it literally just branched off into all these different topics, like the military-industrial complex, NASA. All this government cover-up and conspiracy, and just I was like, well, if all this is hidden, this is out there, why? And I like to ask that about everything, why do these secret societies exist? Why does, the information's out there, and I feel like the least we could do is talk about it. So that's what I'm interested in. That's why I'm into it. So what about you?
Right, well, the first thing that kind of got me into conspiracies and all of that stuff was learning about JFK in high school.
Yeah.
The 9/11. That always intrigued me about how all this stuff you hear with that, and UFOs, of course. It's always it's fascinating in itself.
Yeah, it's a good gateway topic for a lot of people because it's so out there.
Yeah, and then we're into our first episode's going to be about cryptids, which is really cool. We'll be talking about Mothman, the Jersey Devil, and something that's more local to us called the Pope-Lick Monster, or the Goat Man. He's located in Jefferson County in Kentucky. We're about an hour from there, so we're going to do some actual live footage type thing from there, record the footage and then kind of walk through that area. And you guys should be on the lookout for that. It'll be really awesome. But,
that's the second one would be. The second topic is UFOs, actually.
UFOs, yeah, we'll get into that pretty quick.
We feel like that those are just topics that everybody, if you're into paranormal or esoteric or literally, I hate using the word conspiracy because
it is a very touchy
It's
term.
it puts a stigma, already on what you're talking about. Is this might not be. It's too wild to be true.
Right.
But a lot of this
stuff. A lot of the things we'll be discussing will be not fact-based, but information that we will also make available to you. Hey, this is what we found, and this is where we found it. And we'll also give, obviously we're going to have our own opinions on certain subjects, and we'll never try to push you in any certain direction.
Yeah, I think that's the main
with
thing
our content
with us.
or anything. We're just we're really interested in all this stuff, and as we research it, we want to share it with you guys, and have your input on everything as well. And
I feel like that's important too, because a lot of, when I first started getting into these topics, conspiracy theories, etc., a lot of it it's real gloom and doom. It's
right.
The world's going to end, the type of mentality. There's no point. Here's all this bad information, you're screwed.
Yeah, right. And you might as well give up now.
I realize there's a lot of darker agendas and stuff. When you start really researching into the topics that we're going to talk about, you can kind of get into that mindset. You know, I can see how people do that, but that's not
Right.
what we want to do. We're basically, we want to give you all the information, and you decide by, you know, for yourself.
Do your own research
Yeah.
is a very
Literally just
important thing.
take what we're telling you and look into it. Form your own opinion. We're not here to. We're here to inform, not to, you know, tell you how to think or what to think.
Fear monger you.
That's
into
anti what
believing,
we're about. Yeah.
You know, and we're not necessarily discussing these things because we fully believe them. We just
It's wild
strange
stuff.
shit, right?
Yeah.
We're strange realms. So we're going to talk to you about all this crazy stuff in the world and just discuss it and see, like, is there any weight to this? Is there something out there that
It's worth
maybe
talking
it
about
is
at least.
deeper than
Yeah.
you know than we actually know.
So that's basically the gist. Like I said, there's a huge, wide array of topics that we're going to
And
cover.
a lot of it over time as we get more and more into the topics themselves and then everything. It at some point a lot of it interconnects. And
Yeah.
you realize it's all like really one thing. So you know once we get to that point, it'll be really
And we
interesting.
and like, you know, I realize a lot of people, and I myself am a skeptic. Like, I feel like that's super healthy
Yeah,
for
right.
just a society in general to have. You shouldn't just believe what people say. But I promise, just look into it yourself. Just research what we did. Look into the topics that we did. You know, if you don't come to the same conclusion, that's fine. We're just,
Totally.
like I said,
We're gonna be, you know, discuss it down in the comments. Be respectful, you know, to us and to one another.
yeah, we
ask
don't want. We're not trying to
questions.
promote division
We're-
between anybody. Like,
We're building a website now, and on there we're gonna have full-length episodes and blogs with different information and stories on certain subjects. that we
forums
do.
where you know anybody can come and talk to us,
Right.
and if
We're
you
gonna do,
if you've heard about something, you know, if you research something that we didn't talk about, you know,
something you
tell
wanna
us
hear
about
about,
it.
yeah,
We
let
can
us
look
know.
into
Maybe
it
we
if
don't
it's
know
something we
about
can
it.
look into. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. We're gonna have Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We might look into Parler, maybe.
Or maybe I thought they.
You know, that's still, there's other, you know, media or social media
Yeah.
platforms. Just any way to get people to the website. That's
What's
really
the
where we're
one?
going to get
The
into.
podcast when we were you were
Oh,
talking about.
Rockfin. Rockfin. We're going to be on Rockfin. There's a lot of similar content and creators like us. So be on the lookout for those.
We are currently building and are active on Twitter and Facebook, so I'll leave those links down in the description of the video. We are still building and working on the website.
Yeah.
This is our first YouTube post, so always if you could like, comment, and subscribe, share the video, show it to your friends, tell them to come pay us a visit. The content will be rolling out soon, and some of it's really going to be really crazy to talk about, and I'm really excited to get going with this.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and
Always.
we'll see you out in the realms, man. Peace.
Soundstripe.